Hey, Annrai from ReachUP, founder of a cold email agency. We book sales calls directly in the calendar of our clients. In this video, I'm going to show you how we booked 81 calls in September alone. The month is not finished yet, so we will probably end around 85, 90 sales calls booked for our agency. So I'm going to give you the three ingredients we use to reach that number. And at the end, I'll go into a bit more technical stuff if needed. So let's jump with the first step right away, which is personalization. So you probably hear a lot about personalization, AI personalization when doing cold email. I feel like there's two type of schools. People are like, oh, personalization is amazing. It's going to replace SDRs, etc. And on the other side, there are people who are completely against it. We've done different tests for our agency for clients, and personalization does work 100%. I don't know exactly what would be the number, but I think it would probably close to double the amount of meetings we can book with the same audience and the same offer basically. So the way to think about it is that personalization alone is not going to book you more meeting, but it's a very good way to stand out of like everybody's inbox and to have more like a higher likelihood of getting a meeting booked. But to give you an example, let's say you receive an envelope to your name. So I received like an envelope inside my letterbox saying Henri de Bazelaire. Like it's for me, so I'm gonna open it. And then if I open it and I receive like a free invitation to a super cool party in Monaco where everything is free, like it's a no-brainer. I'm gonna say like, yes, you're paying for my flight ticket. I'm going over there. Yes, please. Now, if you open the letter and on the other side, there's like a three-pager report about the bathroom industry in 1995. Like if you don't care about it, you're probably not going to answer the envelope, like the letter. So cold email is the same thing. To show you and to be a bit more concrete about what I'm saying, I'm going to show you like exactly how we use personalization for our agency to book more calls. So for example, this is a meeting we booked recently for a client. You see this first. So our emails are first of all very short, but the first line here is what I call the personalization. So we're sending this to this prospect. I noticed that you provide a reliable dropshipping marketplace for online retailers to source products effortlessly and automate their process. So this gives a very one-to-one impression. Each time I go on a sales call, I ask the reason why they took the call, and it's always two reasons. Is first of all, is it like, oh, I receive a lot of cold email every day. Your one was really good. It feels like you did research on our market and you know what you're talking about. Second reason is because you do performance basis. Like these are the main two reasons people are booking calls. And so the way we do this is we use a tool like Clay, basically. So let's say I'm looking for the guy. I'm looking for the guy that I send a personalized email to. I go here, boom. I'm gonna do it again. Here. Here is line. And so basically this is like a Google Sheet and you can use AI. So ChatGPT is pretty cheap. I don't know exactly what's the price, but it's a few cents per personalization and it's worth it because you're like booking more meetings. So I go here, I have a prompt, which is asking basically analyze this website, blah, blah, blah. And then like I've made other videos where you can go more in details. I'm not going to go crazy in this video about it, but it's simply like go on the website, understand what they do, and then give output a first sentence, super simple, like saying, I noticed that this is what you do and this is who you work with. And this gives a very unique impression of like, okay, we understand what they do, we understand who they work with, and hence this is why we can help you because we have context, basically. So it gives a pretty good understanding of our like their contact, and it also builds like more trust, I would say. So that's for personalization, and on top of that, which is super cool, is that like each first sentence is personalized. With the volume we're doing, we're not even having deliverability issues, and I'm not switching inbox every 2 days. I'm not doing anything crazy. I'm not even running inbox placements, but we have good deliverability, and we'll go back to this a bit later. Now, the second reason, and we touched to this about recently also, like in the first point, is product market fit and offer. So there's two ways to think about it. Most people are like, they're fixed into like one product that they sell and then they just don't want to switch it. But you need to understand that, like when you craft your business in some way, you need to understand of the way you're going to sell it. Like for me, I look at the offer first and then I create a business behind, for example. So let's say I focus 100% on cold email right now. And let's say tomorrow cold email does not work, but LinkedIn outreach, it's super cool. Even though my entire business is set around cold email, I would probably jump to LinkedIn because I know I'm going to be able to sell that. And then and the back end, I just change everything. So my team knows how to fulfill LinkedIn, etc. Obviously it's not as easy for bigger companies, but this is something you want to like, don't be like focused into like one thing. If it's not working, like feel free to switch what you're selling. It doesn't have to be like a massive switch. Just like, if I don't know, like let's say today, like everybody's trying to, like big companies are heavily investing into AI, maybe add like AI into your product, something like that. So this is for a product market fit. And now there's your offer. So the offer is going to be more relevant towards this video and what we do with cold email. The offer is the way you pitch your product so that people perceive it as very valuable and very attractive. Give you a concrete example. In our case, what we do really is cold email. We do cold email volume. And if I send an email to someone, if I send an email to you saying, hey, we can do a lot of cold email for you using the best of the tools on the market. Would you be interested in talking? I'm probably going to get one meeting out of 5,000 people contacted. Now, let's say I send an email to you like, hey, I noticed you provide financial solution for CFO inside of the SaaS industry. We can book you calls directly inside your agenda on a performance basis. Would you be interested in talking? The product we're doing is exactly the same, but in the second point, I add the personalization, and obviously, and my offer is really different. Instead of pitching my product, I'm pitching the outcome, and I'm making low risk for them. It's like when someone hears performance, they're like, okay, I'm only paying if I get results. This seems pretty interesting for me. So this is, you want to basically like make the at least the first ticket or at least the first sale as low risk as possible, and then later down the road it doesn't matter, like, because at the end, like, we're pitching performance, and I just need to book like 4 or 5 calls for the prospect to have like a 2-3K retainer. And I could pitch the prospect like first on the go, like, hey, would you be interested in doing this for a 2K, 3K per month retainer? It's going to be the same. I'm going to price the same, but they're going to be like very less likely to sign because they're scared or whatever. So like you're not even losing money at the end in some way. And so that the last point we're getting up to is volume. So obviously you won't be booking, even though you have like the best offer, the best presentation. And this is an issue I see a lot when doing sales call. It's like, oh, how many emails you send? Oh, we send like 100 emails every 2 days. It's like, you're not going anywhere with that, even though you have the best offer whatsoever. So to give you, like, first of all, to share you the meetings, I can refresh this to show you there's no sketch. Let's show. Oh, maybe it is sketchy in the end. If I check quickly, otherwise I'll just skip it. You'll have to take my word. Analyze. So 124 meetings booked, but if I only take so months of September and then I filter by, I'm only gonna take like introductory call, like no onboarding, no follow-ups, intro. So these are the calls we're only booking with cold email. Oh, no, I forgot one. Yeah, 81. So 81 meetings booked, 48 took. Yeah. And so that's for the meeting. And now talking about volume, if I go dashboard and let's take custom September alone, search. So almost 100K sent, and we said we booked 80 meetings. So if I do 100K to make it simple, divided by 81, we are booking one meeting for every 1,234 prospect. Now, most of the people who are not familiar with cold emails are going to be like, oh, you have to contact 1,200 people to get one meeting? This is so bad. But it's not, like, trust me, like if you run cold email yourself, you're going to see that most people, it's between 1,000 and 5,000 to book a single meeting. And even with this number, I'm satisfied because I have a large market. I just need to, like, I'm still able to book 80 meetings with that ratio because of the amount of volume we're doing. I'm pretty sure if I double this, I could double the amount of meetings we're trying to book basically. So My point is do more volume. I'm showing we're doing 100K per month. If you're doing 1K per month, you're never going to book 80 meetings for sure. Unless you're offering a free party to Monaco and you're paying for the private jet. That's the first point. And also, yeah, what I'm seeing is most people are like the same ways they think about business is that they're really stuck into one total addressable market, so one market, and their market is really small. Like, oh, we only want to sell to this type of company, like I don't know, like fucking CFOs who are based in Singapore and who used to work for Microsoft, like very segmented stuff. You want to like you will be super limited to scale no matter what you try to do if your market is small. So if you try to like I don't know like bring an upsell do like a cross sell, try to open your market, this leaves more room for cold email, for advertising, and obviously the bigger your market is, the more chance you have of signing new clients, etc. So same for us. We were at the beginning, for example, super focused on. Can I open this? Let me check. I'll show you how the way we switched industry made also a big difference for us. So let's check. For example, this is selling paper lead gen on a performance basis in the UK. We booked 30, well, we got 30 positive leads out of this campaign, so pretty decent. Now we did the exact same offer, but we did it for SaaS business alone. And here we got two interested reply just by having different industries. And I think the reason why is because SaaS businesses are getting pitched a lot cold email, where when we pitch to other type of industry, people receive less cold email, so they're more open to working. So this goes in the philosophy of like be open to testing, try different stuff, and you might have good surprises. That is it for today. If you would like us to do this for you completely on like a done for you basis, feel free to book a call. Worst case scenario, I'll give you a lot of free information for free that you can implement. Best case scenario, you see that it makes sense in terms of AOI. The way you charge us, we can make you way more money. So it makes sense. Life is good. And yeah, feel free to book a call. That being said, speak soon. Ciao.